Rebirth, death. I've just pulled this card as a message for the collective, okay? Death and rebirth. Death doesn't mean the end. It means the beginning of something new. Rebirth. Do you feel like you're being reborn? Do you feel like you're going through stuff right now and some things just feel like they're falling apart? Maybe you feel like you're falling apart. Well, you know what? When things fall apart, better things fall together. Okay? So the reason I wanted to share this message today was because I feel there's a lot of people, there's a lot in the collective of people now that are going through stuff and growing through stuff, right? And you might just feel like you don't know which way to go, which way to turn. You might feel slightly over anxious. There's a lot going on, okay? If you're feeling like this, get yourself into nature. Think about where do you enjoy going the most, right? That's not within four walls, that's not in your house, in an office, you know, outside somewhere, anywhere, whether it's hot or cold, it doesn't matter, okay? Give yourself that time, give yourself that space to be clear and to be calm. You can't go through things and make good decisions based on thought alone. In fact, overthinking, as we know, is to your detriment. So what I like to do myself personally when I'm feeling like overthinking things, I get into nature and it's just like a big head clearer. Yesterday, I did exactly that, and I found this rock and I just sat on this rock. I could see this water beneath me and it was just like all there was now. All there is now in that moment. So just know, whatever you're going through and wherever you are, you can take yourself off. You can take yourself somewhere else. You've got legs. You can move. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's in that moment before you do that action that's actually the trickiest part is just thinking about it. But if we just go, I know what feels good. I'm just going to do it. And I know that when I've took that action, I'm going to feel that feeling. And in that, you then feel better in that moment. So yeah, just know that if you're feeling confused, anxious, a little bit overwhelmed, it's just a sign that you just need to take yourself off and get into nature, or take yourself to a quiet place. And this is what meditation is, okay? Meditation isn't sitting cross-legged and sitting like this or whatever. Meditation is just slowing down thoughts, slowing yourself down. So I hope this message has helped somebody today. Like maybe you just need that reminder that look, you can't figure it all out thinking. You just can't, you know, you can't figure it all out by thought. It's the feeling, it's the inner knowing, and that will only come through when you allow yourself to be still, when you ground yourself, feet on the ground, right? Stop that thought by being in the now and just ground yourself. If you need help with the thinking as well as and if you find you get into nature and you're still thinking, get onto YouTube and type in any kind of meditation that is about being in the now. Anything you can focus on one thing without thinking of all the other things. All right, because this is something that I'm so passionate about. Why? Because, you know, a number of years ago, not too many, I think about 4 now, I overthought to the point where I ended up in hospital. All right, I literally went like this and then ended up, boom, hit the ground. Now, I've come a long way since then, a long way, and I'm very proud of how far I've come, right? And part of my mission, a big part of it, is to share the message that it's okay, right? Everything's going to be okay, and learning how to manage those feelings that arise literally can save your life. Literally, it will save your life. Think of yourself as your own baby and nurture yourself. Think of yourself as who's going to look after little you. Picture yourself when you were little, you know. There's part of the trainings and stuff I've done to do with my coaching and my personal development. There's a therapy where I take you back to when you were little and you see yourself and you're just like, wow, like I've come so far, and you just feel so proud of yourself, and you actually want to look after yourself, you know, and you actually look at yourself from a different perspective, like you know, you look at yourself from that point of view, like a bird's eye view when you were little, and you're like, wow, I need to nurture myself, I need to look after myself, that kind of thing. I'm not pulling cards right now, Hannah, but you can book a reading with me if you like. You've got my details. But yeah, that was it really. Ground yourself, get into nature, put yourself first, and you know, one of the biggest points that I can share today as well is to say no. Say no, and Hannah's just reminded me now to say no. Just because somebody asks you to do something doesn't mean you need to do it, you know, or just because you what's the word? Just because it's something you always did before doesn't mean to say it's something that you should do now. You've got to honour yourself and value yourself and put yourself first. You know, if you're constantly giving away things for free, it leaves you really empty, and your value is so high. So that's why your value's high. You should charge that value. Do you know what I mean? Value yourself and others will value you. If you're always giving, there's nothing left. And then you find you're more anxious and more overthinking because you're stressed and worried, which means you then need to take yourself out into nature more, meditate more to compensate. So it's all about balance. Now, if you're struggling at the moment and you feel like you want to talk to somebody, please reach out and you can book in with me for a session. There's multiple ways I can help you through coaching and through my readings. And yeah, it's something that it's something really powerful when you actually open up with somebody and really unpack things and really like get clear with somebody, and rather than feeling like you don't know where to turn, you know, if you're seeing this video and you feel like you need help or you want to speak to somebody, just reach out. And on that note, I wish you a beautiful day or night or evening wherever you are, and yes, that's it. And when you find this video, it will be the right time for you. Okay, bye for now.